I mostly disagree with the notion that there are too many Fire Emblem characters. Keep in mind, I say I mostly disagree. I do think that there are a little too many Fire Emblem characters, but for a different reason. What makes Fire Emblem unique compared to other franchises like Mario and Nintendo is that Fire Emblem does not have a set cast of characters. For every Mario game, you have your Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Luigi. In most Zelda games, you have Link, Zelda, and sometimes Ganon. I say most Zelda games because there are lots of games where Ganon is not there. Fire Emblem is different because it does not have a set cast of characters. None of the characters in Fire Emblem Sacred Stones has appeared in any other Fire Emblem game story-wise. The characters that debut in Fire Emblem 776 have never appeared outside of it. So because there are 16 games with a revolving set of characters, it makes sense why there's a lot of representation. Now I'm going to argue why the representation of Fire Emblem in Smash is mostly warranted. Fire Emblem as a franchise has existed for over 30 years, and as a franchise that has existed for over 30 years and with 16 games, there are many eras of Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem characters that are in Smash each represent an era of Fire Emblem. Let's start off with Marth, who's by far the easiest one to explain. Marth is the main character of the first and third Fire Emblem game. He is easily the most popular character from Fire Emblem, so he's obvious. Let's talk about Roy. The first 5 Fire Emblem games came out on console. However, after the 5th Fire Emblem game, Thracia 776, Intelligent Systems switched from console to handheld, and Roy is the main character of the first handheld Fire Emblem game, which came out on the GBA. Fire Emblem 6, 7, 8 came out on the GBA, and we call that the GBA era of Fire Emblem. And the reason why the GBA era is so important is because the first FE game that came out in America was Fire Emblem 7, which came out on the Game Boy Advanced. So the reason why I believe Roy should stay in Smash is because he represents the GBA era of Fire Emblem, which is one of its most important eras. After Roy, we have Ike. After the Game Boy Advanced era, Fire Emblem made a switch back to consoles with Path of Radiance. And Ike is the main character of Path of Radiance. So once again, Ike represents the era of Fire Emblem, which was a return to consoles. However, both Fire Emblem 9 and 10 made very poor sales. And because of these poor sales, the franchise was about to get axed. However, IS had one swan song. That swan song was Fire Emblem Awakening. And Awakening was such a successful game that it revitalized the franchise. The 3 main characters of Awakening are Robin, Chrom, and Lucina. So the first unnecessary addition to Smash from Fire Emblem would probably be Lucina. However, Lucina is waifu, so she stays. The first Fire Emblem character who I think was an unnecessary inclusion to Smash would have to be Corrin. The reason why Corrin is the first unnecessary inclusion to Smash is because Corrin would technically represent the 3DS era of Fire Emblem. However, that is unnecessary because Awakening came out for the 3DS. And because we got the 3DS representation of Fire Emblem in Smash in the form of the Awakening characters, Corrin's addition was unnecessary. The only reason why I think Corrin was included in Smash was for marketing purposes because Fire Emblem Fates was coming around that time. And now Byleth represents the current era of Fire Emblem. So when it comes to Fire Emblem's representation of Smash, I think it's warranted because they each represent a different era.